Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in for another one of my videos. This one is really aimed at the Yesfans out there, because I really need to have a word with you guys and gals. I'm putting up on the video a screenshot of an album that's now advertised as on pre-order. Now I've actually gone ahead and ordered one of these, so we'll see what happens, shall we just say that. But basically this is potentially an extremely important release in the history of Yes Music, but is it what it seems? So basically Gonzo Multimedia have done various kind of products in the past. I mean, they've done some Yes Things, the Union Live, I think was something that they put together. This first came to be notified to me via a friend who had an email notification from Gonzo Multimedia, and having gone through the sort of ordering process, the confirmation emails have all come from Music Glue. Now Music Glue are again a bona fide company. They facilitate artists from to get their material out. So they're a facilitation company really. But looking into it a bit further, the company behind this is Bespoke Editions. If you go on their website, I'm sure if you just Google the name you'll find it. You'll see the Wembley definitely on pre-sale there. Now there's a warning given that due to reorganisation of the Gonzo's warehouse, orders will be delayed for the foreseeable future. It doesn't tell you how long that process is going to be, and I don't know how long that notice has been up there for. That might give you a clue as to the reason why this might get delayed and delayed and delayed. And I suspect that maybe they've gone ahead with this to test the water to see whether they can actually get this thing out. But if it does exist and it's coming out on the 15th of December, that's brilliant, but we'll just wait and see. But Bespoke Editions is the way you'll find this listed. You won't find it on Gonzo's site, and as I say, Music Glue is something different entirely. That's just for the artists themselves really to utilise. This purports to be the complete Wembley 78 FM broadcast from the BBC on triple vinyl. Now this has never come out officially before, as we know. It's been bootlegged numerous times, and yet here we are with, doesn't say anything about a CD, it's just purely a vinyl release, and it's I think due for actual release on the 15th of December, if what we're told is to be believed. Now not only that, they've done a red vinyl version which supposedly is limited to 250 copies worldwide. Why on earth would they do that? And the standard version is in black vinyl. It's in a trifold sleeve, as you can see from the image, and they've done a replica of the tour book for the 78 Tormato tour. So excitement, especially when you look at the track listings, because it's got literally the whole of the show. So as we all know, 2 hours was broadcast on Radio 1, and some additional bits were broadcast on the King Biscuit version, which was broadcast in the States, and that just included, I think, Madrigal and Rick Wakeman's solo. But basically this includes everything, so it has the opening, then you've got the Close Encounters intro, so the opening is presumably the young person's guide. It also includes Future Times Rejoice, which has never been out from Wembley at all ever, and you've got both madrigals and Wakeman's solo. So it's all allegedly complete over 3 vinyl records. Now, what I thought I'd do is I'm going to read you the blurb that they give with this, because some of us have got our doubts as to whether this is a genuine thing or if this is a legit thing. So I'm just going to read the whole thing, because this is such an important development that nobody saw this coming. It says, coloured vinyl limited edition, 250 units worldwide, that's for the red one. Triple vinyl album, reproduction event programme, specially remastered for vinyl, contains the full, in capital letters, broadcast. Well, it contains more than the full broadcast, because some of those tracks weren't ever broadcast. The Yes performance at Wembley Empire Pool on October the 28th, 1978 was a landmark event even for a band accustomed to grand spectacles. This concert was part of the pivotal Tormato tour, a period that captured the band at a creative crossroads. The set list was a powerful blend of their recent, more direct material from the Tormato and Going for the One albums and the epic foundational suites from their classic era. For the audience, this meant experiencing the drive-again energy of tracks like Don't Kill the Whale, alongside the sprawling virtuosic landscapes of Close to the Edge and Gates of Delirium, creating a dynamic and emotionally charged evening. Well, obviously Close to the Edge isn't there and Gates isn't there. You've got Soon as part of the melody. You have got Siberian True, and you've got Siberian True from Close to the Edge album. Slightly misleading, but you can tell from the track listings what they probably meant. The visual and auditory presentation was quintessential Yes of the late 70s, a full sensory immersion. The stage was famously dominated by a massive circular screen, a hallmark of their tours during this period, which projected a constantly evolving tapestry of abstract images, cosmic visuals, and Roger Dean's iconic artwork that complemented the otherworldly nature of the music. That is complete BS. Complete and utter BS. Roger Dean is nowhere to be seen on this tour. His artwork is not there. They don't have a screen. They didn't have a circular screen. Pink Floyd utilised a circular screen. What Yes had was a circular stage, which rotated. So it is complete and utter BS. So what are we supposed to make of that? Sonically, the band was renowned for its precision, with each member, John Anderson's soaring vocals, Steve Howe's textured guitar work, Chris Squire's dominant Rickenbacker bass, Rick Wakeman's cascading keyboards, and Alan White's powerful drumming, weaving together in a complex yet cohesive tapestry that filled the vast arena. Attending this concert was more than just seeing a band. It was a participation in the peak of the progressive rock experience. The Wembley show was a testament to Yes's ambition and their unique ability to translate incredibly intricate studio compositions into a compelling and powerful live event. I agree with that. For fans, it remains a cherished memory. I agree with that. Representing the band at the height of its commercial success and musical prowess, just before the internal tensions and shifting musical landscape of the 1980s would lead to a significant lineup change and a new artistic direction. Well, that's all fair enough. That middle bit, I mean, the references to Close to the Edge track and Gates of Delirium track are misleading and probably incorrect. But the reference to circular screen is just an abomination. And I mean, is this AI? Is this AI? So if I give you the track listings, this is what they say is on the record. Side 1, opening theme, Close Encounters intro, Siberian True, Heart of the Sunrise. That's well over 20-25 minutes there, I think. Side 2, Future Times Rejoice, Circus of Heaven, Time in a Word, Long Distance Run Around, The Fish. So that's gone into the medley and breaks at the Fish, which is a suitable place to break given the limitations of the length of time you've got on the side of vinyl. Side 3, medley continues, Perpetual Change, The Gates of Delirium, Ivan Soon, Don't Kill the Whale, Madrigal, The Clap, should be Clap, but they always put The Clap. Side 4, Starship Trooper, Madrigal, On the Silent Wings of Freedom. Side 5, Rick Wakeman solo, Awaken. Side 6, I've Seen Awkward People in a Roundabout. So, what do we make of that? What do we make of this? No sort of advance notice that this was being considered for release. I can tell you that there are people working on the actual master BBC 24 track tapes of the whole thing, and hopefully at some stage a proper deluxe set is going to come out of this Wembley show. And you know, I've had some limited involvement in it, but that is not this. So we're thinking at the moment that this is possibly not an authorised thing. It may not actually even exist, so it may be a complete hoax, in which case I'll be wanting my £85 back. But we'll have to wait and see. I mean, you know, as I say, Gonzo Multimedia are a genuine company, and I've had the email confirmations from Music Glue, so I can't see that this is a spam thing, but we'll stand and see. But nobody seems to be talking about this at the moment on any of the Yes sites, and I didn't really want to sort of publish it too much on social media, because people might sort of suddenly start ordering the thing, and if it isn't genuine then they're all going to be disappointed, like I may well be myself. But I thought it's worth doing a YouTube thing, because not many people listen to me on here, and but hopefully it reaches the important people that need to see it. So you know, I don't want it to be banned if it can come out, because we want to hear the Wembley thing on vinyl, and we've been desperate to see it come out on vinyl. So I do really hope that it comes out. The cover design that they've done, it looks absolutely abysmal. So they've got no rights to the Yes logo, so they've not paid for that. They've used a kind of a pseudo tomato style cover with tomatoes, but you can't see much other than they've got some writing on the band members on the inner leaf, and a copy of the tour programme. Okay, but you know, it doesn't cost a lot of money to do that. Having somebody write a book, bespoke book for the actual release itself, with history of the recording, history of its various bootleg releases, you know, talking about the tour and how the band approached the tour and all that sort of thing, and the music that was chosen and how it was performed, and the, you know, the thought that went into it, and design of the stage and all that sort of thing. That's what we want. With some great live shots. But anyway, so we've been going for 14 minutes. That's enough of a rant, I think. So let's see what you can find out about it, people, and if it is just going to be nipped in the bud, and a few people's wrists get slapped, then we all live and learn. But anyway, I think I needed to just get that off my chest. So thanks for listening. There's a few other things I wanted to say, but we'll deal with those in a separate video about some of the boots I've shown recently. so we'll get onto that shortly. But thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time.